my 338 Spectre. Shoots a big, heavy 300 grain bullet, subsonic, out of a tiny little case, and it just runs in a regular AR-15. There is a video on my channel that has nearly 10 million views about the 338 Spectre. It's a really cool caliber, and of course in a subsonic AR-15 size gun, really stinking cool. This is version 2.0 with some changes to the color pattern here. We also have a change to the handguard. AT3 Tactical, this is the XL Spear handguard, and it allows us to tuck that suppressor. You can see the barrel stops right there. The rest of that is suppressor. Very happy with the way this is looking right now. Still have some more changes coming to it, but very happy with it right now. So I'm going to take you back a couple of days ago where we were working on some feeding issues with this gun. We ended up putting in a Sprinco yellow spring. So let's go back and talk about that. This thing has been ready to hunt. In fact, we have shot pigs with it. Really fun build. It is going to have some changes. One of those changes being the spring, but we've got a different handguard we're going to be putting on this, and I think a color swap on the black is coming very soon. Now, for whatever reason, I did not install the forward assist. I had one here, I just didn't get it put in. Other than installation being slightly annoying, you might as well have forward assist on there, so glad that is done. Now, I was able to test fire this gun, took it out to the farm, did some hog hunting, and was able to get dialed in. Also, the scope came back from getting checked out. I'm still having a little bit of trouble with it, but we'll talk about that in another video. So got the gun zeroed, was able to run 10 or 15 rounds through it with zero malfunctions. Subsonic is now cycling for me. It turns out that that yellow spring made all the difference. So we need to talk about the handguard. This is the Anderson handguard. The upper and lower on this gun are both from Anderson Manufacturing. It is their elite receiver set. You can find it on their website. It's also listed down in the build list below where you can find links to everything about this gun. And it does have some anti-rotation. I have no problems with this handguard at all, other than we had an opportunity to do a tucked build here, and I took that opportunity. So big thank you to AT3 Tactical. They sent out the Spear XL. AT3 does a really good job of giving you everything you need in the box. It comes with a barrel nut wrench. Of course, it comes with the barrel nut. The way this one is set up, it has a shroud that goes around the barrel nut, and then the extra large handguard to allow for that size of the suppressor attaches to that. So it's a pretty secure lockup system. I'm not for sure that it is the most secure lockup system, but we'll have to test it out and see what we think. AT3 has also come up with some ARCA rail sections. This is a little small section that'll allow us to go right into our Sunway Photo tripod. We also have a larger rail section that we'll put on a different project. I need to check and see, I believe the SBR for this is actually back, so we could probably swap this for a regular stock. Right now we have FDE and FDE on the grip. I thought I had another OD green, but it looks like it's up here on this build. I might see about getting another OD green grip in and maybe an OD green stock to go with our OD green handguard, or we could just kind of do this 3 color pattern, which is actually growing on me the more that I look at it. Since this gun doesn't run on 5.56, it runs on 338 Spectre, we actually have to use a 6.8 SPC magazine, and this one is black, so it is possible. I'm sure that someone makes some OD green 6.8 SPC mags, but this is what the gun will look like in its hunting configuration. Pushing around on that handguard, if I crank on it really hard, I can get the handguard to go over and touch the suppressor, but there is a pretty good amount of clearance. That handguard is 15 inches long, and so I have quite a bit of leverage down there on the end to get it to push down. It's not concerning to me. I don't believe that if I were running a bipod or anything like that, it would have any trouble at all. There is not much room behind the handguard next to the suppressor for an M-LOK accessory. The only thing I run on that gun is the IR illuminator that comes with the ATN. Now I have this set up with the Sylvan Arms quick M-lock. And so this actually is a little bit slimmer than your traditional M-lock, and it fits on there pretty well. The specs and tolerance on here must be pretty good for the AT3 tactical handguard. That Sylvan is on there very solid with no movement at all, and it starts right behind the suppressor, which is a good location for it there. I'm able to reach it with my thumb and light up that IR. Very excited about this build. I think it looks super cool. We may still play with some of the colors and we'll figure out that stock and hopefully get a better option on there soon. If you're wanting a big 338 bullet, something really heavy in the subsonic, this is also capable of shooting supersonics, but I like the suppressed part of it. If you're looking for something like that, take a look at 338 Spectre. I have several videos on the topic. There's a couple of ammo manufacturers that are making it, or you can always reload your own. It's a really cool caliber. It's got a faster twist rate than the 338 ARC. I wasn't 100% certain that the 338 cans would fit in there. The Q pork chop, as well as my Dead Air Primal, which you saw there, both of those cans are 338 rated and a little bit larger in size, and they fit perfectly inside this handguard. So if you're building a Spectre and ARC, this handguard could be a cool option for you if you want to get a tucked suppressor. As this gun nears its final completion status, we're getting closer to getting it exactly the way that we want it, although sometimes we go and change things along the way. But as it gets closer to the end here of its final form, we're going to continue to shoot it, continue to hunt with it. You'll also see a review on the ATN optic coming up soon. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching. If you have any questions at all, reach out to me down below. I read every single comment. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.